So as much as cinematography is an art form, it also requires a bit of a business sense as well, especially if you want to make it a long-lasting, sustainable career. Whether you went to film school or you learned how to become a cinematographer on the job, you started from the bottom of the ladder and you climbed your way up traditionally, I can almost guarantee that business is one of the aspects of this job that you were not taught. When it comes to the business side of filmmaking, and specifically maybe cinematography or just freelance in general, there's a few topics that I want to cover in today's video. I want to talk about contracts, sending estimates, invoices, client management, branding, marketing, and a little bit on investments as well. These are the topics that I think shouldn't be overlooked when considering this career and the longevity and sustainability of this business. Contracts can vary depending on what specific field you are pursuing in the freelance world. If you're working directly with a brand, acting as a production company, a content creator, a sort of videographer type of business, your contracts might be a little bit more in depth than if you are, say, a crew working for a production company on a given project. Most of the time, you can find good templates of contracts online, find it through softwares like HONEYBOOK. You could also work directly with a lawyer. If you're an individual freelancer, something I highly recommend is thinking about creating your own personal deal memo, or if you don't want to create your own, asking the production company or agency that you're working for to provide a deal memo for you per project. This is essentially your safety net in case anything goes wrong in the communication aspect of a project. There's so many different itemized things that you should put in your deal memo or should be included in a deal memo that is given to you that essentially helps mitigate any potential problems moving forward that might arise in the communication process. If you do receive one of these from a production company, ensure that you read it over and make sure everything is how you would like it and you agree to all the terms. If you do not agree to something specific, you have every right to go back to the producer and talk to them about what you would like to be changed. Granted, that might not always happen, but then that provides an opportunity for negotiation between you and a producer to make sure that you are both happy with what the deal memo says, so that both of you can go into this project feeling confident and happy. Additionally, if a production company doesn't send you a deal memo through the onboarding process, you can send one yourself. This is something that I do quite often because a lot of times production companies end up not even, sending deal memos. But I have come to learn that after time and time again of some potential issues arising of payments not being made on time, different quantities of payments that we both agreed on, and then having to sift through emails, it's just easier to actually have one document that we both sign that outlines everything. So that when it comes time to actually invoice, you have everything listed out and you have a signed contract between the both of you guys that agreed on these terms. So to wrap it up, just make sure before you start any project that you and the client have some sort of agreement on what the terms are for this given project. Client management is a topic that is quite interesting because it could be done very well, it could be done very organized, and it could be done very professionally. But like a lot of people, especially artists that don't take into consideration client management, client presentation, branding, it could be done very poorly or not done at all. Which is why I partnered with HONEYBOOK to share the benefits this platform has to help you regain control of your freelance business in 2025. For freelancers and filmmakers just starting out, one of the biggest hurdles that a lot of people face is how to send contracts, how to send estimates, and also how to send invoices. Additionally, once you send those, you also have to receive payments. HONEYBOOK solves these problems seamlessly. HONEYBOOK offers a streamlined client management system. This is extremely beneficial when having to store client communications, contracts, project details, especially if you don't want to have to sift through different email communication threads, which can be hundreds. The ability to create proposals, contracts, invoices with the branding that you choose based on their templates or by fully customizing the look to how you want. When it comes to invoicing, HONEYBOOK has a ton of templates to be able to help you create invoices. Another benefit is that they have service and product descriptions to help you itemize each thing on your invoice to make sure that you are staying organized and that your client knows exactly what they are being charged for. Speaking of getting paid, which is extremely important, you can directly link your bank account to HONEYBOOK and get paid via ACH, credit, or debit, but giving clients the flexibility to choose how they pay is a great option and great feature. If you find yourself sending out contracts or proposals that are in need of signatures, HONEYBOOK offers an e-signature integration, allowing for quick signatures, which helps speed up that entire process. As a business owner, which you are, it's important to keep track of your finances. HONEYBOOK gives you insights and resources to help set you up for success in growing your finances, as well as prepares you for tax season coming up. HONEYBOOK is giving 10 independent businesses a $10,000 prize package full of resources, tools, and training to help make 2025 your best year yet. This January only, start your free trial by hitting the link in the description below and enter to win the $10,000 business boosting prize package. Why is branding important for freelance filmmakers? Personally, I think it's important to think about how you want people to perceive you, how you want to present yourself to the world. I think in today's day and age with social media and just having an online presence, I think there is something to say about the importance of curating a portfolio, curating a presence online that directly represents how you want people to perceive you as. Additionally, not even talking about online, but in person as well, how do you want people to know you as? Do they, and this is specific maybe to being on set as I relate this to filmmakers, do you want to be the person known on set as a calm, stoic, thoughtful, kind person? Or do you want to be known as the person that gets flustered, is stressed out, maybe tends to be a little disrespectful or tends to be a little entitled? There's certain attributes and characteristics that maybe you don't think you have, or maybe that you put out to the world that resonate with a lot of people positively or negatively for your future work. When it comes to online, I think there's a few aspects that I want to touch on. On a simple scale, what does your website say about you? Is it up to date? Is it organized? Is it clean? Is it easy to navigate, or is it clunky? Is it messy? Is it out of date? I think branding is a choice that you have to make about what you want for yourself. And that's anything from your website to your social media, your Instagram page, to a potential YouTube channel or a podcast page, all the way to how you interact with somebody on a film set. Along with branding, I think marketing goes hand in hand. If you're a freelance filmmaker, maybe it's time to consider some additional avenues to help market yourself as a freelance filmmaker. Potentially YouTube, or even creating Instagram Reels or TikToks of your behind the scenes or projects that you've created. How can you market yourself to best show your capabilities and talents and get eyes in front of your work? For example, a few years ago when I started my YouTube channel, I was also simultaneously starting my DP career. And by no means did I have any right creating a YouTube channel based around the ideas of I have the answers. But what I realize now is I have an opportunity to create content based on my experience of what I know now, what I've learned from past experiences, from my tests and practices, and not necessarily hope to teach someone that is way above me, but hopefully inspire somebody that is maybe at my level or a level below me to be able to help them learn something. My goal with YouTube and DPing was to grow them simultaneously. As I grow as a DP, my YouTube channel will hopefully grow as well. And as I gain more experience as a DP, as I shoot bigger projects, shoot more projects, shoot different types of projects, the content on my YouTube channel will also follow suit. It will become a little bit more advanced, but if you look through my catalog, there is a start to end of where I've last posted of my journey, and you get to see the progress of what I've created, and I've also been able to build a community behind it. The reason why I believe I was able to hit 50,000 subscribers is because I think my branding was very important to me in the beginning. I wanted to be someone that was calm. I wanted to promote a sort of stoicism. I wanted to be someone that shared my successes, but also shared my failures and how I learned from them. And I also wanted to be someone that was able to take people along on my journey to show that this is a possible thing for you. Because sometimes you look at all these successful people and you realize where they are, and you don't recognize how they got there. So by me being able to create this YouTube channel is not only a sort of personal diary for me to be able to see my journey, but it's also a proof of concept for other people to recognize that this is possible for them as well. Now, the other side of branding, I think for me in particular, because I also have a bit of a business mindset other than the creative, is that I started a podcast. And the intention behind the podcast is very simple. Have insightful conversations with people that inspire me and excite me, but also allow for conversations that are deep, insightful, that normally don't get an opportunity to be talked about on podcast or on any sort of social platform. After 50 episodes of the podcast, I believe I have found what my branding is and how I want to portray it. From the colors to the tone of the conversation and the music selection, I truly believe is all vital components to be able to create a brand in its entirety. And when you click on a podcast, you know what to expect on the conversation, the tone, and the style. Let's talk about investments. So besides some financial investments, what is the number one investment that you could make right this second? The investment in yourself. At the risk of sounding as cliche and corny as possible, I truly believe that this is one of the best investments that you can make. Regardless of equipment, regardless of financial status, how much money you have in the bank account, investing in yourself is one of the most important ways for you to be able to grow as a filmmaker, as a freelancer, or whatever it is in your craft. On a practical sense, this could include reading books around topics that you're interested in, like leadership or psychology or stoicism. There's business books, how to do accounting. There's plenty of books out there that could help you learn and essentially improve what you are trying to seek in your business or your creative endeavor. Another is lessons or courses. A lot of people believe in courses, some people don't. When I first started my journey into cinematography, I did purchase a few different courses that today I don't necessarily think would benefit me, but in the beginning gave me a good foundation to be able to work upon, so when I'm at home, I have some fundamentals to be able to practice on. Now this one is to each their own. If you want to do it, great. If not, no harm, no foul, but there is something to say about therapy or counseling. Some people believe that being able to talk to somebody and being able to express yourself is a great way to be able to let out your thoughts, your feelings, without building things up, to be able to actually think through your way through something. And some people believe in therapy and the benefits of it, especially a lot of artists that I know, a lot of creatives have really gone through therapy and found some major breakthroughs that they have been struggling with. Next is sort of investing in yourself, but also investing in your local community, but it's attending networking events, it's attending film workshops, it's attending local creative meetups, or seeking out opportunities to go get coffee with people. It's an investment in yourself because you're able to build relationships with people that aren't necessarily just for the shallow opportunity of hey, can you hire me type of thing. It's, I actually want to build a relationship with you. I want to become friends with you. I want to get to know you. I want to know what you like. I want to know what you don't like. So looking at your relationship building and networking as an opportunity to become friends with people and learn about them, learn what they like, learn what they don't like, where they come from. Not only will you then find new friends and build new relationships, but you'll be able to gather better world experience that you could take onto your projects. The last thing on networking and building relationships is that, especially in filmmaking, it is impossible to find success alone. So when networking or building relationships with people, it is the key to be able to find success in this industry. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you found some benefit. Hopefully you learned something and found some value in what I was sharing today. Hopefully you guys have a great 2025. And that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Peace out.